Yeah, like I've never wanted to work for anyone but myself. When I was 14, 15, had a lawn mowing business, so I'd literally walk around the whole, like, my old village. Grafter, yeah.
The mornings, like getting up and it's dark and it's cold and whatever, and you don't want to go out for training, like those are the mornings that count towards basically that end goal. Though it's like,
so I was stuck on 16k for like 6-7 months, and then I just changed like the way I'm like presenting myself. And next minute, like I think I was doing 10,000 followers a month for like 4 or 5 months. From like November. Are people going to want to hear this? Whereas at the end, if you don't post it, you'll never know. Mm-hmm. So like now it is that mindset of who gives a shit. Like, post it, you're going to find your audience. If they don't like it, they'll unfollow you or they won't follow you in the first place.
When you first started posting your content, were you like your friends and family and stuff like that? Was there haters or anything like that?
I don't give a fuck yet. Like, I'll actually call them out because
Oi, you! Yeah, you. I know you're looking at yourself right now and you're thinking, why am I not subscribed to the Gooms podcast? Just f***ing do it then, because it helps the boys out more than you actually know. Peace.
Well, bring us in then, dog. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode number 75 of the Gooms podcast. I'd like to welcome a very, very special guest today. It's Josh Harrison Fair, everybody. Round of applause in the studio.
How are we going to clap with the...
What you saying, man?
Boys. Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on such short notice.
No stress. Phone call yesterday? I thought, yeah, let's do it. Appreciate it. Nah, cool. Let's do it.
Yeah, man. I mean, the place, I was thinking this even just on my way here. I want to find out when you actually started training.
When did I start training? So, I think training's mainly come from, obviously, rugby background. I spoke on TikTok actually yesterday about like what's made wanted to do more training stuff. But I think the main thing obviously was rugby. Need to improve physically. Playing at Worcester, stuff like that. Like, the boys are big in it, so you got to be able to like deal with all of that. And then from there, then it's just progressing. Obviously, going to Hartbury, stuff like that, getting injured. I think then it's kind of like gym is more than just sport sometimes. And it's like you go into the gym, you open up different doors. So obviously like doing bodybuilding, bits like that. And then in the end, it's trying to put everything together and find a niche for you that actually works in, one, your training, but two, obviously for me, for socials as well, really, I think. 100%.
Wait, so like what age? Roughly?
So, roughly probably 15, 16 at the gym group in Kidderminster. Big up.
Okay, that's where I've trained there with Stav. We've trained there with Stav a few times.
Gym group?
Yeah. I don't know. I know which one. I know which one you're talking about.
I feel like this episode you guys are going to do a lot of like fitness gym bro stuff.
No, I was going to say as well, what about, because obviously you've got everything going on with business as well. Was that always something from a young age that you knew you wanted to go into?
Yeah, like I've never wanted to work for anyone but myself, realistically. I think having like I wouldn't even call it the lifestyle now because it's like I haven't got the lifestyle complete. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think you need to be very, very successful to say that you've got that. Obviously, when I was 14, 15, had a lawn mowing business, so I'd literally walk around the whole, like, my old village.
Grafter,
yeah.
Walk
around the like Kimber, Cookley, whatever, literally with a lawnmower. Go to people's houses, cut lawns and stuff, like 20 quid an hour, which was quite good actually.
That's not bad.
At 14, so yeah, that summer that I started was pretty cool. Got off some leaflets off like GoDaddy or whatever, and posted them. And then worked in like some pubs and stuff. Hospitality wasn't for me. Obviously, I don't drink, so like I'd go in there. People would come up to the bar and be like, "Can I have this, this, and this?" I'd be like, "Yeah, where's that?"
Wait, how comes you don't drink? You just don't
fancy it. Like, and like you know, like obviously training, it's the day after, innit? Or like,
I'm saying not. I don't really drink either.
Nah, it's just, I don't know yourself. Like, it's just not for me. Like,
mate, I love a drink. Mate.
Love a drink, yeah. Look, yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you.
Yeah,
balance though. You got to find
exactly,
balance.
bro. Like, I don't find the kick from it. Do you know what I mean? Like, some people love it and fair play to them. But like when they say oh, it's my birthday, I want to get smashed. Like that's up to you, but that's not me personally.
Yeah,
that was me a few years ago.
Yeah,
so it's probably changed now. It just fucks up your next day of training.
Yeah,
like
for
your
sure.
long run or whatever it is.
I mean, I think I slipped into that net a little bit at uni. So second year, I didn't drink up until I went to university, which is like the thing. I think a little bit of peer pressure, obviously playing in the rugby and whatever. Like they'll like say like the boys who are older than you. Get on the drink kind of
get
thing.
Your cock out and down 8 pints.
Just love it. But no, they were like, you know, you do these drinking games and I'd be like, boys, there's no point watching me trying to down something because it will take me forever. But in the end, do it. I think you just get to that mindset of, oh, everyone else is doing it, I better do it as well, which has never normally been something I'd do. So for me to say that, it sounds a bit weird really, but a lot of the time it's more, you know, it's just one of those things you just get over it. And then I left university second year, stayed at uni, like finished the degree, but moved back home second year. And yeah, just haven't really touched a drink since then, really. So,
respect. By the way, when I said I love a drink, it's not like England are playing tonight, like it's 10 at the boozer for me. It's not that.
Bro, you do what you do, man.
It's not that, but I'm not going to sit here and say I don't like a drink, because when the time's right, sun's out, whatever, a couple of beers or little drink at dinner or something, that's a bit of me, bro. I'll be real.
Say no more.
I'll be real. But you touched on, when H was asking you about training, you touched on how do I find my niche and for socials.
Yeah.
Was it always in the back of your head that you were going to be in front of camera training as well? Was that something that you always knew you wanted to do?
So a bit of a weird one, really, because when I was younger, I've always been like, oh, I'd love like a sick, like aesthetic Instagram. It looked really cool, whatever. And then the one day I was just like, you know what? I'm going to start an Instagram, so it's brand new, fresh Instagram, everything. And then I literally started posting, as you do, like, oh, try this workout. People obviously do that when they first start, and that's fair. Like, you need to find something that people want to watch you for. Whereas now, if you watch my content compared to like a year and a half ago, it's so different. And I also had this thing that, like, I've got a mate at Gymshark, and like we were talking about it. When I was playing rugby, it was like trying to do that and want to grow a physique, and it's so hard because you be training 2-3 times a week, playing, and wanting to like squat, bench, whatever as well. And so like, your body just take that, like you can't do as much as you'd like to do. So in the end, like finding this niche now of like hybrid training for me personally for training, but also actually doing socials, it's really working out quite well.
It's like a trend at the moment
to do.
Training.
It is a trend at the moment, and there's so many ways you could go down that and be like people are just jumping on a trend. But I feel like you actually need to back yourself up with you do hybrid training. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like if you can't run further than something, but you say you can, like it's a bit like, come on, mate, have a word of yourself. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
I'd say with the hybrid training, it's something that I kind of like fell into slightly before it became a trend. One of my boys was like, fuck it, like, should we run a marathon?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, fuck it, like, let's do it. To be fair, I was doing some stuff before, like cycling and doing like functional fitness, like the high rock style training. But then like when it came to that, that's when it started to become a little bit more serious for me.
Yeah.
It's
I put in for the ballot this year for London. I think it's like 850,000 people put in.
Shit. Yeah.
It's like, there's no way we're going to get that. But
that's
then
crazy.
It's like something like 1% of people get in or something.
Yeah, stupid.
Something
I think the charity people will obviously get in a higher percentage, which is fair enough. But for the, for your Joe Blogs, I don't think it's very likely. But at the same time, you're going to get some people who will get it, and they'll either won't do it, won't turn up on the day, or they'll just like not put that much effort in training. And that's what annoys me, because you're like, you could really put in so much time for that. It's one of them, innit?
I entered my sister and my girlfriend into it, and my joke is like with my mom is that they're going to get in and I'm not, and they're not going to want to do it. But I'm going to make them do it.
Yeah. You can imagine that. It's
what's the hype? Obviously, you guys probably have a better insight, but to someone listening at home, and also to me, like, what is the hype about London that so many people want to do? Like, because for me, it's like, yeah, the whole idea of running a marathon and doing if that's really what you want to do, that's amazing. But to go and to run that amount of distance, like through London City, like what's the big, the hype around it?
Do you want to go?
I think it's the atmosphere for one. I think having like for me in this prep that I'm doing at the moment, it's the hard hours that I'm putting in now. So then when it comes to race day, your race is done because of the prep you've done for it. Realistically, I think being able to just run 26 miles is a lot harder than what people think it is. But
believe me, bro,
you've done a minute. Like, mate, I've never run a marathon, so hats off to you. But I think you have to put a lot of time and effort in. It's not as easy as what you say, like just turning up on the day and just running it kind of thing. So yeah, I think that's the hype. People like building up around it, and I think the amount of people trying to film now, do socials about it, I think it's sick, because you can actually see how much time and effort people actually are putting into it as well.
It's always better sick when like a race finishes. I mean, I don't know whether you're on this side of TikTok, but when a race does finish, and you just see that next week, you just see all the content of everybody that's gone and smashed that race.
It's like who can post it first to get the most viral first, and then it goes from there in it. But now I think there's loads of things. It's like you got the high rocks trend as well. People wanted to smash high rocks. That I've done. Have you done high rocks yet?
Doing one in October.
Yeah. Is that Birmingham? Yeah, hard. I did obviously London Olympia, mate. It's the best thing I've ever done. That since quitting rugby, obviously just because of work and stuff, that's been the closest thing to a buzz feeling of, right, I'm in this now. Like you're in the cage waiting to go, and that's like you're in the tunnel waiting for the game to start. And it's such a feeling. That's why I want to chase it after this Ironman for sure.
So with the thing with London, that I'd say is obviously it's part of the big six. There's like 6 marathons, which are the main ones around the world, but it's like, after doing Manchester and like realizing what a proper marathon's like, because the first one that I did wasn't really, it's like after doing that, it's the buzz, bro, like 200,000 people or so, whatever, watching. Like, imagine that, like, literally fivefold at London, or was it like 500,000 people watching? Like, it's just crowds the whole way. Like, it's just supposed to be fucking lit, bro. And at the end of the day, everybody's there for a different reason. Every single runner.
Yeah.
Hey. There is a big buzz around.
For me, does put yourself through. It's 42k in it.
Yeah.
42k of running when it's hot. It's like I can't think of anything worse. If I'm being honest.
That's the thing. If it's hot with the weather we're meant to having this year, it's ridiculous. Wow. And I know it's April next year, isn't it? But it's I think when you get into running, you realise it's not just running. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is the mindset in it. Like, H, you can back me up on this. I think when you're running, like, I forget sometimes that I'm actually running. My legs are just moving.
You're just fucking
and
lost,
you just exactly. Like, you got your music on. I mean, some races obviously you can't have music or whatever. But my legs are just moving. But I think that's just because you're used to the movement anyway. And in the end, it just carries you. And in the end, it's just your mindset. Like, if I stop, I stop. But like, that's not your leg wanting to stop. Do you know what I mean?
What did Harry say about that? Like, the flow state that you get into. Do you remember or not? When he came on the pod, he basically. So we had this guy that came on the pod. His name was Harry Morgan. It was a really, really good episode. And he's like super into his spirituality and stuff like that.
Right.
And he basically said that, like, for me, for instance, like, I go into my flow state and I'm running and, like, my mind wanders and stuff like that, because that's where, like, spiritually I'm meant to be. So, like, my spirit from somewhere else and, like, different dimensions or stuff, like, that's where it's in its flow state. And, like, I can't remember how he explained. I'm butchering it. How he explained it.
You have to put a clip up on the thing. Yeah, for sure.
I'll find it. What about something I want to ask you? Yeah. What's it like? Obviously, you work with quite a few brands. Is it Pure Sport, Gymshark?
Yeah.
You don't get paid from High Stride, but you do commission-based stuff with them, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, how did that first of all come about? Is that just DMs? And, like, what's the bread like?
So, what's the bread like?
Straight up.
So with
the clips, man.
Yeah. Obviously, working with brands, it's one of them where I won't just work with anyone. I think a lot of people can, like, what's the word? Resemble that. Resemble, is that the word? Like, you can understand that as well. So some people will work with everyone just because it is bread, like you said. Like, you know, they'll pay you or work commission, and obviously big brands. But for me, like, I want people to think, yeah, he, like, fully backs that brand. So obviously Gymshark's good. High Stride for me is like, I'm gonna wear it every day anyway. So, and the commission that I get from High Stride is brilliant because the trend of running now, people want to wear the sunnies. Like, they look cool, don't they? Like, the pink ones are my favourite. I'm racing on race day. I'll be wearing the I think they're like they're black frames, but they just go so hard with my fit. So, like, they go well with what you wear sometimes as well. So that's that. Obviously my nose strips as well. Numa, they're really cool. So a lot of it is to do with because I'm actually going to use them. I don't just go with a brand because
it's products you would have bought.
Yeah, exactly. I'd use it anyway. So that shows that I have a trust in the brand, and that's what I want my page to be. I want people to be like, oh, okay, he wears it, so it must be okay. It must do a job in terms of if Josh is good, if Josh is doing it, he backs it. That's someone else I can trust off as well. So
I respect that.
You talk about the bread on air.
Can't talk about the bread, bro. It's in contracts.
Contracts.
Yeah.
Oh,
no. How does it come about? Because, I mean, from an outsider looking in, to say that you work with Gymshark is a pretty dope achievement.
Yeah.
How does something like that come about?
No, for sure. So obviously with Gymshark, you have, like, tiers and stuff. You got your athletes, and then you got, I don't know what the next two ones are actually. I think they're like, it's influencer and then one below. I think it's affiliate or whatever. It's like everything else really. But no, I just got an email one day and it was just like Josh Harrison fit X Gymshark. I was like, this is nuts. Replied within like 2 seconds of it coming through. And yeah, just basically go for there. But, like, they'll send you clothes every month, obviously on the drops, obviously the sales, etc. And then they brought out codes. I don't know when that was, but probably last year I think it was. So now you get your own code, Josh H, if you want to get a discount. But it gives you more personal, and it also means that you have more of a feel with the brand as well. So, like, we'll get like content days, so we're down there. Like, I mean, I've got a membership at the LC, which is cool. But
the LC, what do you mean?
The lifting club. So Gymshark lifting club. Yeah, it's sick. But, like, we have content days where all of the people who work on the brand, apart from the athletes, but everyone, like, lower, will come down and we'll all, like, make content together, meet people that obviously you wouldn't have met before. And
so what tier do you fall into?
Well,
influencer or affiliate?
Yeah, influencer, and then obviously you got your affiliates underneath and stuff. But it's just about building that base, I think.
Is the goal to be a Gymshark athlete?
Yes and no. I don't know.
Why the hesitation? What?
Because
That's pretty dope, right?
No, it is dope. Being a Gymshark athlete is sick, but I just don't think it resembles me massively. Because like they brought out a brand thing yesterday. It's like we do gym, where obviously I don't just do gym. So like for me, like would it resemble me massively just doing gym? It wouldn't, because obviously I want to run and stuff. Like, would they back the running? Are they gonna have that many people watching the running and stuff? I know it's a trend now, but are they actually gonna bring that in?
Does Gymshark not cover the running space?
I was gonna say
it was a bit more broad.
They do running stuff. I bought a pair of running shorts from them not long ago, bro. I had to send them back the day after, man. I went for one run and I was chafing like mad. I was like, nah, that's in it. Dead.
It's a strange one. I mean, some of the things they've got, like their Apex line is sick, like really, really cool. But now they've changed it yesterday. So if you pull it up on the news and stuff, but it literally is we do gym. Like they want to just focus on that. I think they were comparing it to like Nike and Adidas, where they're so broad and go over everything. Whereas Gymshark just want to do gym, and that's totally fair. But like working with them is an absolute honour to say, oh yeah, I've got a code of Gymshark. It's cool. But in terms of like Gymshark athlete, I think there's probably brands that maybe resemble me better around other space. But that's.
I think the sickest brand to work with would be BPN.
BPN's hard, yeah.
That'd be sick.
But I also feel like you've got to be in an American market to do it.
They're coming to the UK soon.
If they come to the UK, I think you've got to.
I don't even know what BPN is.
Nick Bear.
Nick Bear, yeah.
Right. Oh, right. My bad.
He's cool, man.
As soon as you say Nick Bear, I know, because he doesn't fucking shut up about him.
He's the guy, man. That's
He's
why.
goat, isn't he? Fully goat, yeah. Full.
How's Ironman training going?
Bro, if I'm honest, hard. Like the last few weeks has literally been so tiring. I think it's just like the last 7 months of prep. I've mentioned 7 months so much this last week, but yeah, 7 months of prep. Having to get up early, like 6 a.m. in the morning, go swimming when it's dark. Don't want to do it, stuff like that. Like literally, when I started in August, September, when was it? September 28th. I think I was like, you know what, let's send it. Didn't buy my ticket till like about 4 months ago, but since then, learning to swim properly. Like, I got in the pool first time down at Tenbury, did a length, and I was like, I'm dead. Like, this is 25 meters, and I'm fucked. Like, it's not good.
Swimming is defo way harder than it looks.
Oh man, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Now, not to be cocky, but now it's not a breeze, but it's a lot easier than it was before, for sure. Like, I can do the whole distance. Like, I'll do 3,000 meters, and it won't be an issue.
What's changed? Just your actual, like, your aerobic capacity?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, but not just from swimming. Not from going in the pool and just swimming every time 1,000 meters, like doing 50 meters to there and back, 10-second rest, doing it again into a 500 meter, like switching it up differently. And that's why you have a coach. So that's why I've got a coach for it. I didn't have a clue what to do, none of that. So that's why I hit up Try Coach on Instagram.
Is it a lot of technique though?
Swimming,
like because I can fucking swim.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Throw me in the pool and I'll float forever. Like I can swim.
Yeah.
But to be able to swim. It's open water when you race, right? Yeah. It's a different ball game, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then as well, like, how are you are you leg heavy? Is it arm heavy? Is it not? Is it a balance? Is it breathing? Like, is there different techniques to actually be in a race and swim successfully?
Yeah. So this is the thing. I mean, when you get in the pool to start, obviously you're going to get people around you who they can tell straight away you're a beginner. Like, the first time I got in swimming shorts. They're all in, like, I think...
Speedos,
yeah, proper like that. Obviously, all the girls are in like full wetsuit, full swimsuits and stuff. But they'll pick you out and they'll say like, oh, you need to do this. Like, you're kicking too hard. You're doing this. Obviously, you catch. So like when you're coming over, like you don't want to move this arm back until this one's come over and stuff. There's all of that. Obviously, in the open water, which I've been doing out at Chelmarsh, you'll be swimming and you want to like keep the water only one goggles out, and you want to be breathing like that. There's all of that, and then you've then got I know it's in a lake, but there are waves, and on my recent YouTube video, actually, like you can see how choppy it is. You're literally, your arms coming over and just hitting you in the face, and like I can't breathe from both sides, only the one. So like for me, I'm praying to God it's not that bad on the next Sunday, actually, 30th, which is a bit scary. But hopefully,
is it Bolton? Okay. You're doing
Bolton, yeah.
I know a couple of people doing it.
You know if you're doing it, oh mad. But yeah, so I think there's another lad I know that's doing it. So we'll hopefully beat him, but we'll see how we go on.
So what exactly is the breakdown of the Ironman? Because I'm pretty sure, did you say that it's a half?
Yeah, so I'm doing a half, yeah.
So what's the difference?
I can't big it up too much, I'm only doing a half.
Well, no, it's still a fucking...
Yeah, it's still a big
an achievement, but like, people go, oh, I'm an Ironman, and I'll be like, well, you're not, bro, because you're only doing a half. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so a full Ironman is 2.4 miles swim, 112 mile bike ride, and then a full marathon straight after. People are out on the course for like... I think a good time is probably like 10, 11 hours.
When I finished my Manchester Marathon, sorry to cut you up,
That's
bro.
Right.
we were talking about like, oh, what's next? Like doing an Ironman, because there's like a few of us that did Manchester, and these guys in front of us turned around and they were both Ironmen.
Yeah,
they said to us, they were like, "That's harder than doing an Ironman."
Really?
I was like, "What?" I was like, "No fucking way." He was like, "Yeah, man." He was like, "Are you going all out on a marathon?" He was like, "An Ironman, you're not."
I think it's
I was
crazy.
like, what? I still don't believe it to
Like
this day.
you're doing a full 112-mile bike ride. I mean, mate, I'll do 5 miles on the bike and my legs are clogged. Like, and it's just like, what the hell? Like the lactic that sits here is ridiculous. But I think it's one, and obviously the half 70.3 is 70.3 miles instead of the full distance. So it's like 1.2 mile swim, 56-mile bike, half marathon. So I'm aiming for like below 6. I'd love to say like 5.5 hours, which I think is really, really good. But anything below 6, I'll be quite happy with, I think. Yeah, sure.
You touched on earlier, you said about the mornings, like getting up and it's dark and it's cold and whatever, and you don't want to go up for training. Like those are the mornings that count towards basically that end goal, though. It's like enduring the process and what you have to go through to meet that end destination.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, they're the mornings, they're the sessions that you have to go through. Whatever it is, whether it's in business, those boring, meticulous tasks that you have to put yourself through.
Yeah.
With training, that's what it is. And you have to enjoy those and you just have to get them done.
Yeah.
Ticked off.
And Mike Tyson said it, innit? Do what you hate doing like you love it.
Yeah.
That is a Mike Tyson quote.
Yeah, no, it is.
I was crossing myself then.
Said it on Joe Rogan.
You both went bare quiet. I was like, oh shit, my butt.
I was inspired by you, man.
Thank you, bro.
I think it's like those hours, those grueling times where it's like, wow, I'd much rather just lie in bed here. It's a lot more warm. It's a lot warmer with how cold it was in December as well. They're the reasons now I'm like swimming's one of my best things for this race. I think if I hadn't put those hours in, I'd be probably bricking it right now. I think the bike's the bike, like you're moving either way. Whereas if you
I feel like cycling is quite enjoyable as well.
Compared to the other two disciplines. Once you get over the saddle sore, you're okay in it. But yeah, I think it's one of them where you like. This was my theory with it all. Running, obviously, if your legs stop, if you stop moving, you stop moving. Swimming, if you lift your chest up, you're going to stop moving. You're going to slow down, and you're probably going to get kicked in the face. On the ride, you still like even if your legs stop, you're still moving anyway. And if you need to get that rest spot, you can. And at the end of the day, all you got to do is drop a gear and just or hire a gear, whatever you want to do, and just obviously just keep pedaling through it. Bolton, I think they said on the internet it's like a friendly course, like beginner friendly. I don't know how hilly it is, so we'll soon see on that. But I should be okay. I mean, on the assault bike, I love an assault bike, so legs are quite strong. So hopefully we'll see. It's it'll be interesting, won't it? So.
Did you not fancy travelling?
As in
going away somewhere to do it? Yeah.
No, not this one. If I do a full 100%, I'd love to do like Sydney or something. I think that'd be lit. But now doing this one, family are going to be there. My nan's going to be there, which is a big thing as well. I think, and obviously I wanted to like get it all a proper series on YouTube and stuff. And I think if anything, that like sets the standard of like what my channel is about, and it shows like what we can do. Like you can do hard things, and then the next one is the High Rocks series. I want to go through what we're going to do in High Rocks. How hard can we go on that? And then we might send a full Ironman, as long with like marathons and stuff. Yeah, for sure.
What's the driving force for you? What is it that you want to put yourself through these things for? Are you trying to impress somebody, prove people wrong, prove something to yourself, or is it just genuinely just to like do it, document it, and bring people along?
I think it's just I can never ever say that I've been complacent. Like if that came to me that I'd like, Josh, you're taking it too easy, that would be like the worst thing ever. I think if you're complacent in something, like you haven't pushed yourself to your full potential. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to go and break any records in terms of like running a marathon. I'm not going to break a record in any triathlon, but I'm going to give it a good I'm going to give it a goddamn good go in terms of that. The training I've put in for it shows I can do it, so why not give it a go and see what we can get out of it, really?
Yeah.
Do you not think, you said that you're not going to like break any records or anything. Do you not think that's like the sickest thing about doing a High Rocks though?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't mention the High Rocks, because actually
the normal person can actually go and break a world record.
Yeah.
I know that it's obviously still hard.
Yeah.
But they can.
Yeah. And it's more than like...
Why? Because it's so short.
Because there's so many different things.
It's so accessible to everybody, bro.
Yeah.
Like, anybody could turn up and do a High Rocks, really. Like, not to say that it's easy by any means, but like it's accessible to everyone. Yeah. As long as you can run.
As long as you can run, you then just got to work on your strength.
You're strong, yeah.
For sure. I mean, we've got the strength in our on my side for that. Running, obviously, I've improved since. I also find the running's improved because of my riding from cadence in your legs, and obviously your swimming. So like your breathe rate, the way you breathe now and do that is so much better. But no, when I did London Olympia, we actually came first in our wave for sled pull.
Oh, sick.
So that was me and Georgie Rose. We did that together. But like our time, I think we got an hour and 9 minutes. But we could have done it so much better. But it's our first one, so like you're gonna make mistakes. Do you know what I mean? But I think when we ran into in, we then ran out of in as well because we didn't realize out was down the bottom. Like it wasn't very well signposted, if I'm honest, down there. But then now we know that's probably just us. Everyone else will be like, it was absolutely fine. But yeah, that was our first one. So you're gonna make a few mistakes in it, but after that, like the buzz is just unreal. Like even if you watch a High Rocks, I think you're like, yeah, I want to do one. So.
To be fair, I went to go and watch one. It didn't really make me want to do one.
Really?
Fair. I was just like, a bit long. Like, although I'm doing one, I actually want to win my category when I go.
Yeah,
that's my goal.
You're doing singles?
Yeah. I was like, fuck it. I was sat there. I was sat for about, you know how when you do it, there's like the timer for half an hour to book. I sat there. It got down to 4 minutes because I was bare contemplating booking. I was like, hey, why don't you want to do this?
Yeah.
I was like, it's gonna be hard. It's like, fuck it.
So I think singles straight off the bat is a solid one. I think a lot of people go mixed doubles, then singles.
I'll be fine. Man.
If you're doing it, you gotta send it in it. So yeah. I think the next one I'll do, if I do one with Georgie, that's like my mixed partner. We'll do that. If not, I'll do singles as well. I think, or doubles. It just depends. Sorry,
that's right, bro.
Smash it out with H.
Yeah, I actually am.
That would be lit, actually, bro. I didn't even think like that. We could do that.
He's solid, bro, as well. To be fair.
Yeah, for sure.
I actually am looking for a partner. I do want to do doubles, but I was like, fuck it, let me do singles.
Do singles, yeah, you get on.
I don't know if you'll be able to keep up with
that. Yeah, it's fast boy, isn't he?
I'm trying to be.
Yeah, man,
I'm when I do mine, I'm actually going to come off the back of a half marathon prep. I'm going sub 130, and then I'm going to do 6 week High Rocks prep.
Yeah.
So it's like I should be in
what half are you doing?
Worcester half, bro.
Worcester half.
Yeah. It's a bang. I did it last year, bro. Banging race.
Of course.
Yeah. But do you know what? Actually, the route's not that good, but the crowds are banging for such a small city.
Yeah.
It's a good race.
I think it helps, like running in weather as well. Like when it's raining, you're running in the rain. It's dead. I don't mind it,
bro.
I don't mind it, but then when you start to when it's a long run. So I did, one of the long runs I did was 18k, and it was just the whole time getting soaked. So I got back on my feet. I had trench foot. It was horrible. I think
one of my favorite runs ever was that. Remember me and you did a pod at mine.
Yeah. We went to run. It was soaking.
And it was wet, but it was nice.
Yeah.
We went out.
And it motivates you. It motivates you for sure.
Yeah.
But when you're like getting through and it's like, and it's hitting you, you're like,
my
like I'm in a rocky fight scene. Like
running up the stairs. Yeah.
Probably my favorite run from my marathon prep was I did 32k and like I absolutely sent it just to give myself confidence that I could hit my marathon pace for 32k and that I could do it for marathon day. And it's like I did it like topless, whatever. Again, it was just absolutely chucking it down. It was freezing. It was like probably like 5 degrees or whatever, 3 degrees. But I didn't even feel the weather. Like it was just like straight up just
I think
going.
The funniest thing ever for me was I was running from mine to a park run, and it had been raining loads, and there's a massive puddle by the side of the road. Obviously, people like cars are driving on it. Everybody else, has like driven around it. Not an issue. As I'm running, next minute, bro, next minute he comes past. He's seen me there as well because as he's done it, he's beeping his horn as he's driving through the puddle.
This handsome fuck. He's got to get something wrong with him today. Shove a bit
and fully like soaked me out. I was like, mate, what a dick. I was just like, this can't be happening. But it's one. And then like you almost feel like want to catch him up when like hopefully they stop at the stoplights and he's like, nah, like they just drove straight off. I was like, this is unreal. I can't believe he's just done that. Yeah.
In terms of something as well that I'm curious about, bro, is like at the moment it's very much like realistically it's like very much fitness influencer based. With is the coaching more so on the side, or is that the main thing for you right now?
I think helping people has always been a big thing for that. I think
you. Yeah, you. I know you're looking at yourself right now and you're thinking, why am I not subscribed to the Gooms podcast? Just do it then, because it helps the boys out more than you actually know. Peace.
Having someone who's not just trying to take your money off you and actually wants to help you is the main thing for that. I mean, I've had a coach before, and it didn't end the way I'd like it to, and that's one way I would never ever want to coach any of my clients. And hopefully, like the clients I coach now. Huh?
Who was it?
I'm calling that.
That's his dad. He's a coach as well.
My dad does some online coaching stuff. Yeah,
sick. Yeah, it just didn't end the way I wanted to do it. Part of it was, I mean, like my way with food. What's the word? What would you call it, bro?
Your ethos.
No, like the ethos with food. My relationship with food changed. Like I was literally on like bare calories. I was on hardly any calories, which is like 1,600 calories. I'm on like 4 or 5K a day now, which is really nice.
1,600 calories?
Yeah, 1,600
doing
calories.
the same volume that you were doing?
No. So I just like full bodybuilding. So I quit rugby and went straight to this.
I used to do the same as well, bro. Like when I would cut, the one time I went all the way down to 1,200 for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's just not nice. Like you scrape the bowl, like you wait for each meal. Every day's so long. And like full respect to bodybuilders, man, because I could never do that. I think that's just coming from like the sporting background of like them telling you need to eat more, to then saying you can't eat that is just horrendous. Yeah, proper. But I think it's just, yeah, it's crazy.
No, what I was trying to get at though is like at the moment,
yeah,
is the coaching your main kind of source of income, or is it the influencer?
Bit of both. So
it's pretty even.
It's split. Yeah. So like some months I'll have coaching go through the roof, and socials sits there, whereas like other months it'll be socials going up and coaching just sits quite nice as well.
And then what's the goal next?
The goal next obviously is to grow the brand as much as possible. Obviously going to the place. I haven't told my YouTube where I'm going yet, but that's obviously in July. So all of July we're going there to obviously build the brand. But yeah, Hybrid Hub's got a lot of things coming for it in terms of, I didn't want to put my name on it because it's not just me. It's going to be, yes, it's my brand or whatever, but it's going to be for the community, people to join. Obviously, you've got one-to-one clients, whatever. But there's a lot of things for like people to join it to help me on terms of like.
I want it to be bigger than you, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
If you slap your name on it.
Exactly, like that. I used to have a brand. It was Josh. What was it? Built by JH. It's like that's just me. I can't really grow that as much as I'd like to. Whereas Hybrid Hub, I think, is a sick name. The branding's sick. You know, we've got loads of people. I had the guy from Gymshark who designs a lot of their logos, design it for me, Nathan Barnett. So what a guy.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So really, really happy with how it looks. It's just ticking over really, but like it's like what's that next level?
Is that the goal purely just to push Hybrid Hub to the next level?
Push that to the next level, and obviously my socials. Like I want 100K on every single platform. Get one of them silver plaques. That'd be pretty sick, wouldn't it, on YouTube? But yeah, I think just keep growing as well. Like don't force it. I think that's got to be the main thing for anyone who wants to grow their socials. It will plateau for ages. Like I was stuck on 16K for like 6-7 months, and then I just changed like the way I'm like presenting myself. And next minute, like I think I was doing 10,000 followers a month for like 4 or 5 months from like
what did you change?
November. What did I change? So it literally was how I would present content. I wouldn't be so sharp. Like it was really sharp still. Like I've always wanted to be like aesthetic with it all, but it was never like, oh, you need to be so strict to everything. Like just get your personality across. Like show people what you want to show, not because you think like you can't show it. I think a lot of people just like, oh well, I can't say that. Well, some things you can say, some things you can't. That's fair. But at the same time, just get your personality across. Like start talking. Like for me now, like I don't talk enough. I talk on my stories, but I don't post of me talking. But like you'll learn a hell of a lot from someone. Like when you do your podcast, but obviously I've seen you do it on your Instagram. Like I learned what you say already just from that. Whereas you watch a video of me doing like a POV, you're like, oh yeah, Ferry does that. So it's like trying to find a mix of everything. I think that's where people like start to like get a relationship with you. Like they don't know you, but they do know you as well.
Yeah, I think people resonate with relatability.
Yeah.
And you going and doing a POV, like you said, smashing out this session or whatever. Yeah. That's great, but how many other people have smashed that session out? Where do I find that common ground with you? No, why should I press follow? Why should I comment? Why should I?
You probably when you do start getting in front of camera and you start to get that like your actual personality across to people on socials. Genuinely, like I don't want you to take it the wrong way or anything, but you'll probably see like an increase in people coming over and wanting your coaching as well, bro.
I hope so.
You probably will.
Yeah, I hope so. I think it's just because they want someone who they can relate to, which is good. It's the same with everyone, any coaching, isn't it? It's like they want someone you can relate to. Obviously, a good price, which is always a good thing. But the standard of coaching you're going to get.
So results.
Yeah, exactly. Like
for me, the way that I'm looking at it is like the trust thing. Yeah. If someone comes over and they see that you're, let's say for instance, you're just talking your shit, a whole lot of free value, a whole lot of information on your page, someone's going to trust you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? With that personality as well.
It's a backlog of evidence, isn't it? So if he's giving us all of this amazing stuff for free, what's he going to give me when I pay him? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's also like it's trigger like a little bit of intrigue, like they become intrigued.
We are intrigued, exactly. Yeah. I think it's more like it's that, and it's for me, like maybe why haven't I done it already? It's because like you think like, are people going to want to hear this? Whereas at the end, if you don't post it, you'll never know. Mm-hmm. So like now it is that mindset of who gives a shit, like post it. You're going to find your audience. If they don't like it, they'll unfollow you or they won't follow you in the first place. So yeah, it's just about finding what people like you in terms of that, and really you're doing it for yourself, aren't you? And then they can just follow you in terms of if they want to or not.
Yeah. That's where I'm at now.
Love that.
I'm getting more unfollows than I am follows.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, literally. Yeah, same.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
not on nothing crazy
We've
scale.
changed, like in the last 6 months, like my account, I've had like 600 followers, but overall I've lost 87 followers.
Got
So the amount of people that are following
I get that
me,
a day, mate. I won't worry about it.
yeah. But you're obviously working with bigger
it's
numbers.
crazy, bro. It's crazy.
But like my style of content before, it was very much like I'm at this amazing place, or it's a bit of a thirst trap on a story, or I'm doing a trend, or do you know what I mean? I'm attracting the wrong type of people. My thing was like a 70-30 split female.
Right.
And now it's changed.
Damn.
Huh? Yeah. It was just hella hoes, bro. That's what it was. It was hella hoes. But now I'm in a relationship.
Yeah.
I'm posting stuff about business and self-development and motivation.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the girls that wanted a bit of Chris, they're like, oh, fuck me. I'm not going to get any of him. And
It's this fucking Wally
like,
on about.
what's he talking about? Algorithms and shit. Unfollow.
Yeah.
But it's like, just transition it
It's
around
like
into the community that I actually want.
What you want, exactly. It's like if you say you do content, whatever, and then you post your missus. This girl's come out of nowhere, and then how many followers would you get? How many unfollowers do you reckon you get?
It happened, bro. It happened.
It'd be mad, yeah. That's not me saying I got a missus, by the way, because I haven't. But if you did, like, it's just crazy what people follow you for. And it's like how many people like follow me for this, follow you for that. It's yeah.
But that's why I think if you are so like content and confident within yourself and what it is that you're actually putting out, like that. Oh, I can't say this. Fuck that. I'm gonna say whatever I want.
Yeah.
And if someone follows me, they follow me. If they don't, they don't. I feel like then you don't really lose.
Exactly. It's controversy as
And then
well.
you're only going to have the right audience as well
Exactly.
if you do that.
You're just gonna have people that are fucking with you.
Yeah.
Not a version of you you're trying to portray. It's genuinely you.
Yeah.
And I think as well that way it comes across more real and authentic, and people do resonate with that.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Resonate with that shit.
I agree.
When you first started posting your content, were you like your friends and family and stuff like? Was there haters or anything like that?
I didn't give a fuck yet. Like, I'll actually call him out because when I started making content, I was still at uni, just tore my ATFL in my ankle. I was like,
ATFL.
ATFL. So it's like this one here. It stops your ankle from like rolling out, rolling everywhere.
Quickly,
Go on.
I did. There's 3, right?
Yeah.
I did all 3.
Nasty.
I
The
was
Achilles pain as well from like the compensation's ridiculous.
It looked like somebody had opened my ankle, put a tennis ball in there, and then sewed it back up. Like it was horrible.
The night I did it, I was playing rugby, and like the pain you get up here was horrendous as well. On the way back from Bristol, awful.
It's like you'll bend your knee and you'll be like, "How is that hurt?"
Yeah.
It's like, and it's throbbing.
Yeah,
and it's,
killer. No, but I mean, so I made this account like I said earlier.
Wait, so have you still got a personal account then, as well as the Just?
I have. I don't use it though. Like it's just an old one. Like every time I check it, like, all I do is I share my new accounts like posts onto the story.
Okay.
So anybody who doesn't want to follow me on that one sees it anyway. But nah, it's one of those because every day I'll go onto that old account, I'll just see the followers come down. Is what it is, isn't it? It's fine. Like I don't mind. Like not everyone is for that, and that's totally fine. Like you follow what you want to follow on socials, isn't it? At the end of the day. But no, when I started social media, I would go onto it, like made the account, whatever, posted, went into uni the next day. The amount of people who would like, what are you doing? Like this, like obviously I was injured, so like I'd be standing at the rugby, just watching.
All the rugby lads were like that.
All the rugby lads were like that, yeah. Hartbury, yeah. They'd all be like, nah, like what you doing? And now
stop posting, get your cock out.
But no, they were, yeah. It's just weird. Like they just didn't understand. Like the lads I used to live with didn't like it. Like I could hear, I literally hear them say, like playing the video next door. But I wouldn't like. They would never. Not once did they follow me or anything like this.
It's
Not like
fucking
anything.
laughing at it and shit.
Yeah, basically.
Everyone's been there though, man. That makes that started some journey.
Exactly, but then they're all making it now. They're all making a gym account now, on at Hartbury and stuff.
Are they?
Yeah, I'm just like I had someone come to me the other day and he was like, "Oh, bro, how'd you do this?" I was like, "Don't know, mate. Sorry." Like, well, I'm not gonna help you if you literally like laughed in my face. Do you know what I mean? Someone who supported me from the start. One of my mates, George, supported me from the start, mate. And if he needed anything, I'd be there for him, like because that's what you do, innit? But you don't.
The one thing that I will say to you is, regardless, like whether they laughed at you at the start or not, like if they come to you and ask you for help, man, just help them. It costs nothing. Like it costs nothing to help someone. And that good that good thing that you did will come back around for you. Promise you.
I get that.
I also think it's like you took the piss out of me.
You're the bigger man.
It. Now look at me, and you want to kind of I can help you.
Yeah.
I am exactly that.
I'm the
bigger
fucking man.
I'm the bigger man.
I think it's learning, isn't it? It is learning. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some people Like
Hard though. You got to drop your pride. I get that.
Yeah.
Listen, if I was in your shoes, I'd probably fucking struggle as well. I'd probably be on the phone to Chris like, bro, you would not fucking believe he was just.
Yeah, and I'll be like, yeah, fuck them, bro.
There are some. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, there are some people who like just didn't have an interest in it. Never wouldn't say anything, and mate, you'd help them straight away. But then there are other people. I mean, don't get me wrong. I ain't no guru. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're coming to me for advice just because I've got.
You've just been consistent, bro.
Yeah, exactly, and that's all it is. Consistency in social media is the main thing. There is no other thing about it really. Like, you've just got to keep posting. Like, get your face out there. People recognize you for that, and like, I want to get to the point where like people like the video before they even watch it. Do you know what I mean?
How long have you been consistent with socials now?
February 22.
Well done, bro.
Yeah, so it's fucking
When you say
Coming up to 2
consistent,
years.
what do you mean?
like every day.
Over 2 years.
Oh,
2.5.
Yeah.
Well, nearly 2.5.
yeah.
Yeah, every pretty much every day. I'll have like from when was it? 16th of November till March 25th. I posted. Yeah, what was that? Is that like however many days that is? I posted every single day for that time, and then I hit burnout. So it's kind of like you want to just find a balance between two. And
But you still post every day now?
nah. So I haven't posted yesterday. I haven't posted today.
I think that nice 3-4 a week.
and
Like,
it's
is the
because
nice.
if you follow the guy who owns Instagram, I don't know what his name is.
The CEO, was it like Mosseri or something?
Mosseri or something. He says like you don't need to post every day because your followers want to see
Good stuff. Not
they want to
just-
see one good stuff, but also they want that element of surprise. Oh, what's he going to post next? Like if they're that intrigued in you, they'll be like, oh, what's new? What am I waiting for? Give it
I
to
only
me.
discovered Mosseri's Instagram like last week. I fucking sent one of his posts to Chris. I was like, what a gold mine for anybody who wants to grow on social media. It's like, I didn't even know that the Instagram CEO had fucking Instagram.
Yeah.
It slaps as well. His
Would
Instagram is
make
so
sense, wouldn't
good.
He just tells you. He just tells you everything you need to know.
Literally, bro.
Like if I ever have an issue, I'm like, why am I like getting like I don't know the views or whatever? I just go onto his page. He tells me why, and I'm just like, all right, that's fair. Instagram's a bit lower this week. Oh, perfect. That makes sense. I hope so.
yeah.
I hope that's for me as well.
It's like, I saw something the other day. I said it to you. It's shares at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the main thing is shares.
Yeah, so then as well, like you take the approach with your content of right, okay, if I saw this, would I put it to my story? Would I send it to the group chat?
Yeah.
Is it relatable enough? And you can like alter kind of what you put out so that it can favor these things. Obviously, if you're driving people to the comment section, you're going to be like, what do you think of this? Or maybe like a little something like an open-ended question, which is going to trigger conversation, et cetera. But yeah, I'm just waffling a bit, to be fair, bro.
I think
It's all right, man. I enjoyed it.
I was gonna say, what's the best thing about your job, bro? What's the best thing about?
I think the best thing about my job is the freedom that it gives you. Obviously, working with people that are like-minded, want to be in that kind of shape that you wanted, like you've not got to, but like training for. They want to join that journey. They want to be like for instance, Hybrid Hub now. Clients that join that, they want to be hybrid. Like I've got people who have just joined who've never ran and lift on the same day or whatever, and now they do that as well. Obviously, after a bit of time building
Best
the
days,
program,
man.
they're good, isn't it? Mate, they're unreal. Like the buzz you get from it's like, right, I'll finish my run. Let's go train. It's sick. But yeah, what was the question again?
What's the best thing about you?
Best thing about it, I think it is like as I said, like the freedom. Like for instance, being able to go to LA for like a whole month, like that's pretty lit. And then being able to work from wherever you are, it's cool as well. Like I could say, for instance, here we could do this, and I could pull my laptop up after and just finish work off, and then go home.
Financial freedom, time freedom, and location freedom.
Yeah, and I think that like you've got to strive for that. No matter like how well you think you're doing, you can always do better. I think that's got to be the main thing. So there's always more to give as well.
I think in this day and age, like as an aspiring entrepreneur, those are the three main things that everybody kind of wants to achieve. Because
Again, it's almost become a bit of a trend, like all of this stuff, hasn't it? Like the
You say
the
that it's
time
become-
freedom and everything is like, oh, I want to be financially free and like have money working for me.
you say that though, but I think people that like going to the boozer and watching the England game and getting fucked up, that's a trend for them. I think we're just on that side of.
It's just everyone. I think
'cause
everyone's
you
different.
live
Isn't it?
That's what you see, and that's what you're. Because when you say trend, really, you mean what's being thrown to you, put in front of you on socials.
Hey, that
And what's being put in front of you on socials is you're effectively a product of what you engage with, what you
I
like,
hear
what
that.
you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the explore page is the biggest thing for that as well. Like if
You guys said hybrid training is a trend.
yeah,
I don't see no hybrid shit. I just see yours.
no, but it is defo a trend though. It's not just
For
because we
people
engage
that
with
fuck
it.
with hybrid training.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I'm saying? I feel
it's
like
true. It's true. You go onto. I don't know if you're into cars or whatever, but like if you go onto your explore page and I don't know, you love Matt Armstrong, I can guarantee all of your explore page would be that. Whereas just because like what we do, it's kind of like all I see is this running, Nick Bear running. Like, do you know what I mean?
My explore page is sharks.
Sharks.
I've got a weird, like, I don't know, it's not weird. Like,
My guy loves David Attenborough, innit?
I watch people swimming with sharks.
David Attenborough fucking slapped.
He's such a guy. Yeah.
But like, bro, like a big fucking shark, bro, the size of this sofa, and someone's in there, and there's 3 of them, and it's like touching its head and shit. Like, I'm intrigued by that.
Would you do that? Would you get into one of those cages and let it swim up to you?
They're
And
not in a
that.
cage.
they're not.
They're not in a cage, bro.
Bruh,
That's what I'm saying.
I actually saw a clip on TikTok the other day of this guy. Like,
They don't want to hurt you, bro. They don't look at you and think you're food.
It depends. If you're on like this is why they think surfers are, because they're on the board and like they're swimming. They think they're like a seal, don't
But
they?
there's a lot of splash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously they don't actually. Okay, I don't want to say specifics because I might be wrong, but they don't see the way we see. They detect motion.
Right.
So when you're in the water and you're free flowing,
Yeah.
it could be a jellyfish by all means or whatever. They don't eat jellyfish.
No.
But if you're in the and you see a shark and you're doing that, they think that motion is that's what prey would do.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go fucking chomp on this motherfucker's leg. Same thing with the surfboard or whatever. When you're on the surfboard, what you're doing,
Yeah.
either side, and you're throwing your arms in, and they can see the splash, and they can see this kind of shadow kind of thing from above them, and they come up and then. But when you're in there and you're like in your flow state, they don't care. But yeah, there's my shark obsession.
I mean, I still wouldn't swim with any of them.
I don't know. I don't know. I
I'd
would
go swim with sharks. I think
You
I would.
would?
maybe the cage.
In the cage.
In a cage,
not
in a
those big
cage,
ones.
bless. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
anything else, nah, you're right.
Actually, do you know? It depends because there's some sharks that are just like cool, calm. They don't do anything. Those type of sharks I'd swim with.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't go swim with like a great white or something.
Must be like Megalodon. Are they even real?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nah.
There's conspiracies.
Did you watch the Under Paris on Netflix or not?
No, I haven't watched that yet. I have seen it though.
What's that?
It's basically like there's like a. No, fucking. How are we talking about sharks now? Sorry, boys. It's just the thing. I'd watch it.
I was,
It's a shark.
I was about to bring up apes.
Basically, we went through a Planet of the Apes like obsession because the new one came out. We did like a whole like what do you call it? On a bit like a binge of all the Planet of the Apes, and like we'd walk into the office and we'd be like, apes strong together. We start doing this.
You seen them all now? Nah. Bro, made me want to start calisthenics. Apes are sick.
It's just like,
Yeah.
bro, we're like, I wish I was an ape, man. I was like, what?
I think it's
It's the way that they can move their bodies.
They're so
limb, bro.
strong, bro. Like they're so much better than us. I was like, no,
We are actually technically apes. Humans are apes.
yeah,
we're the smart apes.
it's nuts in it. But like going back to like what you said about calisthenics, I've obviously been I don't know if you've seen like trying to do handstands, like wanting to like learn to handstand walk really really well. Now I can do it where it's like you start pretty much on your hands like this and you flip up and then push up like that. Like that is like the base start of calisthenics. Yeah, you see these people who like go up and then go down and like hold themselves on one arm, or like can do it on like the bar and stuff. I just think that is ridiculous. Like it's so much harder than it looks as well.
It's crazy. And that's
We
the
were
actual
having a
thing.
everyone left the office yesterday. Me and H, last one's in there standard. What do we start doing? Handstands in the thing. Cleaner's like, what the fuck are you doing? Me and H are just handstanding.
But I was genuinely watching that film made me want to start calisthenics. One of our boys has started it from London. I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I was watching that and just the way that they can move. And then I watched the YouTube video about like why humans should hang.
Right.
And I watched that and I was like, fuck, it's time to start calisthenics. That's the new journey, man. It is lit. It actually is lit. I don't know if you tried it. Huh?
You're gonna start doing it.
Past month I've been doing it now.
Have you? Same.
Yeah.
Love that.
The progress is sick as well.
Yeah. What did you start on? Like, how did you start the?
Just went to the gym. Just watched a couple of YouTube videos going to the gym. Spoke to some people there that do it.
You're
The main thing for me is muscle ups.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do like bare muscle ups because I used to be able to do them like a couple of years ago, but then I didn't really touch them for ages.
Muscle ups I found are just technique, nothing to do with strength. Like if your hips are like, I don't know, 10 centimeters lower than they should be, you're never going to get up as much as well as you can do. But if you pop from your hips and you're straight up, no matter what, the hips have got to be in line with your bar before you. It's all about the pull and the arch in it straight away, like the hollow hold and stuff. There's so much. I think there's a lot of things. Is technique, like swimming, like all that kind of stuff. You nail the swimming, you'll nail a lot of training.
Would you say that it's technique with business as well or not?
I think so. Yeah, like especially when you've got like say like a lead and you're on a sales call. If you come across like an absolute bellend, like what you ain't gonna get the sale, are you? Whereas if you like you're honest with them, you tell them what it is, and like you portray yourself well, you should be okay. And like a sales call is for you to get your personality across, not to get the money out of them, but it's to get this is what you're gonna get, this is what I can offer you. And I think if you can't offer that very well, then
Build the trust, isn't it?
yeah, exactly. Like everything in business is trust as well. It's like who do you hang around with to do this? Like getting on your boys' podcast. I'm gonna put myself on your podcast because it's sick. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't.
Thanks, bro.
Of course, like I wouldn't jump on a podcast and just talk wast with it. Like it just doesn't happen, does it? Do you know what I mean? So.
POV,
Believe me, there's been a guest.
Not been talking about sharks for the last 10 minutes and apes. the thing is with our pod, as much as we started the podcast because we're podcast listeners.
Yeah,
we were podcast listeners. We had pretty much half the kit.
It was mainly Nelk. As soon as Nelk started their pod, we were like, because we wanted to.
Minute.
You about to ask who the Nelk boys are?
Yeah, who are they?
Broski.
Am I right behind
the Nelk boys back in the guys. They started off doing prank videos, and then they do like vlogs, like going everywhere around the world or around America. They're funny as fuck. Hang around with Bradley Martin as well.
Okay.
And their podcast, bro,
They're
is
actually
just fucking sick.
I think one of the reasons Brad's got the following.
To be fair, actually, yeah,
probably
from Steve.
Yeah, the involvement of one of the main guys in
sick.
the group.
They're like Brad was like one of the memes of their thing at the start. Like they just used to violate
Fuck
Brad.
Bradley Martin, like Bradley Martin sells drugs.
Bradley Martin's a rapist.
Yeah, like, that's what he used to do.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a video that they did on Steve's channel.
Brad, fuck off, dude. He's so stupid, dude.
He flew like all of Brad's family in, like got all of the Nelk boys in there, like all of the friends and family, and basically sat everyone down and was like, Brad raped me. like just taking a piss, like they just violated Bradley Martin.
Wow, it's bad, bro. Yeah,
but like it's bad. Like it sounds,
no, he knew that they were joking.
Yeah, exactly. And like it sounds bad, but like people get the views, and they're like, "Oh, who's Bradley Martin then?"
I didn't know Bradley Martin until them.
Yeah. I think that's why you've got to put yourself on things like that. I mean, obviously, if it was an allegation, for instance, that'd be awful, innit? Yeah. But like if everyone knows it's a joke, they're gonna these kids might be quite funny actually. Let's have a look. Yeah, 100%.
It was watching the Nelk pod.
What's it called? Nelk.
Yeah, the Nelk boys. That's what they're called.
Right.
If you just type in
Full Send podcast though.
Got you.
If you just type in Nelk on YouTube, you'll find them, man. Their videos are good.
And you were saying let's send it.
Yeah,
they've been saying send it for a decade.
Yeah, they basically came up with the saying.
Like their brand is Full Send, but they're not sending it in the gym.
See.
They're sending it in the boozer.
They send it in the gym now, to be fair.
Yeah, now.
Training, yeah.
But yeah,
On
Full
the
Send
trend,
supplements, Full Send golf. They do like they're just
they've
mega
had
house.
fucking Donald Trump on their pod, man.
Have they?
And Elon.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Big. Yeah, and they were just guys that used
like
to
best friends with Dana White.
What?
Yes,
bro. These are the
don't I know
guys,
these
man.
people?
Yeah,
I need to have a look.
they're a big deal, bro. They're a big deal.
How old are they?
They're coming into
28?
late 20s,
Okay.
early 30s now. But they've been in the game for a decade.
Yeah, but we saw their pod, and like we originally, when we used to do YouTube, we were like, oh, the Nelk boys, we're gonna be like the UK's version of them. It's sick, all this shit. And then they started the pod. We were like, oh, bro, we need to do a pod. It'd be like sick. And we were listening to pods, and then we're just like, fuck it, let's start it, basically.
Sick, innit? And like for guests and stuff, then. So what do you like? Where do you see the pod going? Like, what do you want it to be? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you want to have people on there that do training, do certain things, or do you want it to literally be anything like business, like for yourself, or do you know what I mean?
It's our three pillars, isn't it? Really, it's like first of all we want to motivate, entertain, and inspire, and I think we can do that with me and H being as similar as we are, but also as different as we are.
Yeah,
like in a real this wouldn't be happening right now if H was in touch with the fitness game as he is, and there's also been other situations and guests that I've been able to get maybe from previous relationships or certain networks that I have access to that maybe H doesn't, because we're just interested in different things. So, but the main thing is to get somebody on that is either on our journey ahead of us, or like kind of, so when the people listen at home, they can be like, well, it's very rare you get a podcast nowadays, the big guys anyway, where they've not already done everything.
Yeah.
And you're on your way, we're on our way, a lot of our other guests are on their way.
Yeah.
So to your normal listener that's at home and wants to start something, how much more are they going to resonate with our conversation as opposed to Joe Rogan and Nick Bear? Because they're already at the pinnacle.
Yeah.
And as much you can take inspiration from these guys,
you want to see where they've started off in it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we've even had people reach out to us basically saying how relatable the pod is, just because of like where we are in our journey right now.
Exactly.
And we're very small fish. And we understand that, and we get that. It's like it's a journey as well.
Yeah.
In 10 years' time, do we still see ourselves doing the pod? The answer is yes. we're going to be a lot further along our journeys. And we'd like to think that the people that we had in the first 100 episodes are also now big kind of figures in their spaces. And we kind of retouch and we come back and be like, well, we had this conversation 10 years ago. We were here, you were here. How amazing is it that we can now do you know what I'm saying?
Rekindle what you said like 10 years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. That's hard, isn't it? And I love that.
Like in 10 years' time, imagine we've got a podcast with 10 million subscribers, and instead of being a Gymshark athlete, you're your own athlete and you're the recognizable brand. Like, how amazing would it be able to be and sit down and be like, yo, bro, how you been? And we're working out of our LA studio or whatever the fuck we are. And it's like, do you know what I mean? We can then look back on this stuff and be like, this is the journey.
Yeah.
We've got every single week, we can touch into where we were at.
Yeah. And that's
on
why
our whole process.
Yeah. And that's why you never delete anything off socials. Never delete a post. Like, no matter, even
I actually deleted a post by accident this morning. And to remove it from my main feed. Deleted, for fuck's sake.
a recent one, I know.
Yeah, it was the reel I posted yesterday.
Oh, you deleted half your fucking, what's it called?
Off my what?
TikToks, and so did I.
I actually did delete all my TikToks.
When you delete a TikTok though, like your like count goes down. Have you seen that?
I realised, I basically had 4 mil likes, 4 mil likes. I deleted everything, and I've come back on my thing. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. It's
like, what an L.
If you friends only them, though, they don't go.
Or even just private them. You can, you can do them so only you can see them.
Yeah, I think it's a crazy one. I didn't realise that until you actually like delete it. You don't see, like, oh shit, it's gone down in it, but it's annoying though.
But what was your point that you were getting at? Like, don't ever delete a post. What?
Don't ever delete a post just because you never know when it's going to boom, or if it does boom, or that might get into the right audience. Like, I posted a video. When did I post it? I think like 4 weeks ago, and it was doing so bad, so bad. Now it's on 100 and something K, just because it got into the right audience. It could take that. Like, I find my posts on Instagram, my carousel photos, bang, straight away, do quite well. I'll post a reel and it will get crap views in the first hour or so, 2 hours, but then give it 2-3 weeks and it will be on like 70, 80, 90K. Obviously, like, because he's had more time to do so, but it's almost down to the fact of my reel, like, people don't automatically sync in with my reel straight away. Like, the algorithm doesn't push my reel straight away. It does it later down the line, which is fine as long as it happens. But then I'll get like, I don't know, comments coming through and I'll be like, where's this, what reel's this on? And it's a reel that I posted like 4 weeks ago. It's like, what the hell? It's just, if it lands in the right person's phone, they interact with it, they share it to their story, bang, you're into a different whole circle. I like to think of it like a funnel. So like, you start massive and then you funnel in down then into like different categories of what it could be. So like, I post one to be a POV, one to be like a lifestyle, like this lifestyle, and it's got me, like, one of them is I'm pushing a suitcase in with it, going into training in Marbella, training, whatever. Someone's saying, oh, he travels, bang, that's a different niche to like just training. It's like, so that's why you don't delete anything, I think, as well. Definitely.
Love that.
I was just gonna say, fucking, I never thought of that. To be fair, not to your extent, but something similar happened to me where there was. Do you remember when we filmed the pod with James Moore and I put the clip out like with the motivational sound behind it ages ago? Not
The first James Moore.
Yeah.
I don't remember specifically.
Anyways, I put this clip out on Instagram. It's like a 10-second clip, like with the motivational sound behind it, whatever. Literally, like 4 months later, it just started like,
that's what I mean,
getting some traction. I was like, what?
That's what I mean, bro. Like, I'll get my notifications through on Instagram now, and it's like, this video is ages ago. Like, why is it coming through? But I mean, you're not complaining, are you? But it's just like, why now? Mm-hmm. Why couldn't it happen when I posted it? Do you know what I mean? It's strange. But I think like one of the main things as well is like when someone says something like the motivational audio, like George Heaton, when he did that one on TikTok. I don't know if you've heard. It's like, like, I can't remember.
Fucking love this shit.
Yeah. Like that now, that bangs everywhere. I put it on my TikTok yesterday, actually. It's doing okay, but like, it's just the sound itself. If it like resembles you, I think you've got to use it realistically, don't you? Like, it's part of it. So.
I think it's a nice time to wrap up.
Yeah, I was going to say the call's in 25 minutes. Got a sales call. Gotta go and close that shit.
Yeah, man, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on.
Always really appreciate having me.
Thank you, bro.
It's been cool. Sick. Love these things as well.
Listen,
bro.
We'll touch base again, bro, and then maybe not 10 years, but in a year we'll touch base again and we'll run it back. We'll see where we're at.
See where we are.
Yes, sir.
Say no more.
Quickly, wait, before we go, what would you say to someone that's about to start their fitness journey?
Back yourself in everything you do. Don't give a shit about what anyone thinks, and just do it because it makes you happy.
Love that. Well, yeah, you heard the man. And now you're going to have to listen to this man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell notification on so you get notified every time we release a podcast. And we'll see you next week.
Love, guys. Thanks for coming on, man.
Cheers, guys.
Catch us later.